With the Democratic National Convention tonight, we wanted to find some levity among the partisanship.
Yeah, so our Esme Murphy chatted with Josh Johnson and Grace Kuhlenschmidt from Comedy Central's The Daily Show about the DNC and their thoughts on Tim Walz.
Hi, Grace and Josh. What are you looking at when you look at the DNC? Why should people watch your coverage instead of everybody else's coverage?
I think that our coverage is going to be fun. I think that we obviously have a take of humor involved, but I also think that we have a really good balance of criticism that I think is important when we're looking at any American politics.
I think we have distinct voices over with the news team. You know, we have John, and then we also have this incredible news team that's going to be hosting the different nights of the DNC. And so I think that for that alone, we're offering lots of different perspective all at once through one show. So I think that's an incredible reason to tune in.
I got to ask you about Tim Walz. I heard Grace saying that's the one person she wants to interview. What is your take on Tim Walz? We've known him for years here in Minnesota. What are you hearing nationally? What are your takes?
A lot of what's been shown is that he, is going to get these swing state votes. But I also think like he's going to get some youth votes and some like people who are like slightly more liberal or left than Harris is.
It almost seems like middle-aged white guys, dad figures, are having a moment because of Tim Walz. What's going on?
I mean,
I'd argue they've always been having a moment.
But really, people are just, he's like a dad. I mean, people just seem enthralled by that part of him. And also the age issue. Everybody thinks Kamala Harris is so much younger than Tim Walz. That's surprising to a lot of people, isn't it? That they're not that different. They're 6 months apart.
I think that if anything, now, what's done is done and it's in the past, but this would have been a good tactic for Biden, to have someone that looks much older than him, but is the same age, so he can seem even younger than he was portraying.
I want to ask you, how does Comedy Central, when you watch Comedy Central, you're able to pick clips from all over the country, from newscasts all over the country. I've even had like a snippet on Comedy Central. My kids have said, oh, I'm famous.
White has been mired in controversial revelations.
How do you do that? You guys are all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, there are so many geniuses that work at this show, and it's not just, the people that you see on camera or even directly behind the camera. There's so many writers. There are so many people who are doing all the research so that, we can have the show pulled together all in one day like it is Monday through Thursday.
Well, you don't think about that aspect, that people are actually researching like the real news.
Grinding
they got the comedians and they have the newsy people at those shows.
You guys ever made
researchers?
Yes.
You ever make an appearance on there by any chance?
I don't know.
Not that I know of, no.
We should check. Let's have Esme look into that
Yeah,
part.
for sure.
Or we can make some really fantastic air coming up, and then we'll be guaranteed to
We could
be
set
on it.
ourselves up for it, that's for sure.